Very simple. Okay, you need your waistline, your hip line, your crotch line, your lap line, your knee line, and your ankle line. In those horizontal measurements, you start imputing your measurements. The first thing you do first is to get your hip line, your hip divided by 4 plus allowance, and then you mark. Okay, then to get your crotch extension, you do your hip line divided by 4, then divided by 4 again. Now I'm just trying to show you that you can also make your palazzo trouser to be like a flay trouser. Depends on your preference. That flay will start from the knee line to the ankle line. Can you see? I'm just showing you that you can use this template to make any trouser pattern of your choice. All right, so I know that it's palazzo. This class is for palazzo, but this is just an extra information so that when you cut a pattern like this, you don't just throw away your pattern. No, use it to draft any type of trouser. So now again, to get your crotch depth, tell your client to sit on a hard surface, right? And then you measure from your waist to the depth of the surface. All right, that's how you get your crotch depth. All right, so now it's time for us to cut our pattern. Please, if you have any question, let me know. If you have any question up to this. Now, the difference between the front of a trouser and the back of a trouser is the crotch extension and then the waistline. Now, if you watch, you see some people, when they wear their trouser, when they sit down, you'll be seeing their waistline, you'll be seeing their bum bum. It will be looking as if the trouser is a low waist trouser. So in order to eradicate that, to remove that, when you make your trouser, in order for your trouser to cover up your waist area, that's your butt area, I'm going to teach you how to close it up. Now, there are some people that also, when they make a trouser or when they wear a trouser, you find out that they can't even sit down. They can't run with their trouser. They can't walk comfortably with their trouser. It's because they did not get the correct measurement for the depth and the crotch extension. Now, you ask me, why are we extending the crotch of the back pattern, right? We're extending it in order to inculcate our butt. You see that the front and the back, they are not the same thing, right? So to inculcate your butt, you have to extend your crotch. That's why we call it crotch extension, right? I'm just marking my dot line for the front pattern. I've explained the back pattern, but let me show you how to first of all cut the pocket. This is just an extra class, right? So to get your pocket, you determine how wide you want your pocket to be. So the width of my pocket is 4.5 inch wide, and then the depth, I made it 6 inches. So now you can do it, but most times how I tell my students to mark their pocket is, make sure your pocket is 1 inch or 2 inches above your hip line, right? As you can see, my pocket is 2 inches above my hip line. And then you can decide on the shape or the size of your pocket. I'm just curving my own a little. Okay, you can decide on the shape of your pocket, right? So the pocket is 4.5 inches wide and then 6 inches long. Okay, 6 inches long. Okay, so that's how to just draft out your pocket. I'm also going to show you how to sew your pocket on your trouser. Now, this method, you can use it for any trouser of your choice. Now, please, before you cut out your pocket, make sure you draft out your back first. All right, make sure you draft out your back before cutting out your pocket. Please make sure you draft out your back pattern. Now we're going to use our front pattern to draft our back pattern. Now, as I explained earlier, the difference between the front and the back is the waistline and the crotch extension. Now, on the waistline, you go up by 2 inches, right? You go up by 2 inches. I normally up by 2 inches, but most times I advise my students that your crotch extension for the front, the crotch extension, when we did hip divided by 4, whatever you get divided by 4, that amount you use to extend it. For this one is 2.5. You can use it to extend the waistline, right? When you extend the waistline, then you connect it diagonally. Can you see how I'm connecting the front and crotch sides together on the waistline of the back? Can you see how I did it? Can you see the back? So I went up, I went high on the back by 2 inches, and then on the crotch line, I came out by 2 inches too, right? Can you see? So use 2 inches. Then on the hip line, I just created my arc like this. If you measure, that is 1 inch. Do you get? Can you see the crotch? This is what we call crotch extension for the back, and then you connect it to your trouser. Can you see the difference between the front and the back? The crotch line and then the waistline. I extended the crotch line by 2 inches, and I extended the waistline up by 2 inches, and then joined the main trouser. All right, so this is how to draft out the back of your trouser. And I didn't add allowance because I've already added allowance to the front part. So you don't need to add allowance again at the back part. No, just use the front part to cut out your back pattern. So this is how to cut your trouser. If you cut your trouser and it's not giving you this shape, then you are wrong. The most important part is that waistline area, to go up and extend the crotch line. All right, so this is how to draft out your palazzo trouser with a pocket. All right, so the next video I'm going to show you how to fix your pockets, how to join the front and the back, and then how to put your zip, and we're good. So if you have any question up to this part, let me know in the comment section or ask your questions, and then I'm going to explain to you. So remember to draw your dart legs, okay? The same place you drew your dart leg for the front, just draw a straight line upwards and just draw your dart leg, and you're good to go. All right, so let me know if you have any question, and I'm going to explain it for you, okay? But this video is very self-explanatory and very understandable. So yeah, this is how to draft out your palazzo trouser. So on the next videos, I'm going to show you how to join the pockets and then join the main trouser. So but the first thing you're going to do is to work on the front pattern. And while working on the front pattern, the first thing you're going to do first, join the crotch areas. Join the crotch area. After joining the crotch area, then you fix your pocket.